What is going on, viewers of YouTube? Sunspot here, give you guys my review on the San Diego Comic-Con convention exclusive Ambush Predator. In case you guys don't know, this is a figure based off a very old Kenner Predator. It had the clear body with the chrome blades and the mask, and I'll get into that more later, but you know, just a heads up. As per usual, I do want to highlight the box. It's nothing too special. Again, it has that very nice Kenner feel. You got that classic Predator in the background, really cool artwork. Does say NECA 2015 convention exclusive, and does have a really nice artwork representation of the Ambush Predator, and does say Ultimate Alien Hunter with some hazard stuff, you know, in case little kids want to choke on the blades. Back of the box just has that grid format. It does have that nice artwork of the Predator again, a bit bigger, which is, you know, it's cool. It does say Ambush Predator, and it does have a brief description of him. If you want to pause and read that now, you can. Bottom box just shows the rest of the wave, which I just reviewed a couple of weeks ago. As for the figure himself, this guy is badass. That's really all I could say for him. My light is reflecting off this guy like a bitch, so you can't really tell that he's transparent, but believe me, it's beautiful. I want to marry this. Now, I know this is a kind of a reuse of other Predators, mainly the classic ones. I know they made one clear classic Predator, which this is based off of, but that doesn't really bother me. The main differences are really on the gauntlets and on the head, and the head is pretty damn awesome. I know I'll be displaying him with the chrome helmet, but still, you could tell that if you are a hardcore Predator fan, you could tell that he does have the short dreadlocks, which is always good for Predator collector fans because it provides more of that articulation, especially when the shoulder cannon is on, so that's always cool. You can also tell that he does have these nice black veins all around his forehead, eyes, and a little bit on the cheekbone, which is a nice touch. And if you could tell, he does also have green lime eyes, which is kind of weird. I don't know if the original toy had that. I seriously doubt it. I don't even know if the original toy had these black veins. Comment below if you know that. If I find it, I'll put it in this video and clarify that, though. Now, for those of you that don't really collect Predators, I do want to highlight the rest of the body. It's really nice. I do like all these rubber armor pieces. You know, they're not going to break. They're not going to fall off, and it's nice. And you're wondering, well, Sunspot, this just broke off. Well, kids, it breaks off on everyone. Detail on this is very good, as per usual with all the Predator figures. Again, you can't really I can't really compliment this guy anymore because he's clear. You know, he doesn't have any great paint applications for obvious reasons, but I'm a big fan of transparent figures, so this guy's amazing to me. You could tell that this guy does have the two pairs of blades, which, you know, I don't remember if any classic Predator molds had this or not. Comment below if you do know that. I literally own all of them, and I don't remember having these. But it's always cool, and I was lucky. I did get the ones without the bent blades, which is kind of always a nice thing. You're kind of blessed if you're a Predator collector and you don't get the bent blades, really. Moving down the figure, for some reason, he really gets the most transparent in these calf lower leg areas for some reason. I don't know why. If someone knows, please tell me. I don't know why. But I'm sure there is a kind of an architecture explanation for that. The one thing that also bothers me is that the pegs right here, you could see them so easily. It kind of bothers me. It's appearing more than it should on camera, but you know, what can you do? The feet are also very transparent. He is wearing sandals, which, you know, that's cute. As for articulation, nothing too special, and I do have the shoulder cannon removed, so get full mobility. His head can fully rotate. You gotta be careful of those dreadlocks. Can go down and up, side to side. Can really just fully rotate. Now, I did break this little piece off, or at least it came like that in the package. Not blaming anybody here, but if that is broken on yours, it can fully rotate as well as move out and in, just like so. He does have the rotation at the elbow. Just be careful, it is a little bit stiff, and he does have the 90-degree angle there as well. And here's when it gets a bit tricky, and most collectors kind of rip these blades off. When you're rotating the hands, you got to be careful of this thumb. So yes, you can rotate it fully, but be cautious, and it's the same goes for this one. And here's where the main complaint is. I want ab articulation so bad. I want it so bad. Basically, all you could do is rotate it all the way around. It can kind of move up and down, side to side. It's not going to stay like that. And the legs have a ton of articulation. Again, he does have that ball joint type of form under his skirt there. Yummy. Legs can move out that forward, back, you could technically do the splits, but I recommend you don't break this figure. It's very nice. He does have that thigh rotation there. I'm pretty sure it can go 360. 2 joints at the knee, which is always nice, and he does have full rotation at the feet as well as ankle pivot. Here is the Ambush Predator for size comparison. I do have the standard Marvel Legends figure, and just I decided to bring in Freddy because, you know, the killers seem to be a little taller than they should, but you could tell that Predator just towers all over these guys. And here he is, that's my alpaca. As for accessories, and this is where the figure shines, this is probably the best accessory in the entire set. It is his classic chrome helmet. And this thing is just simply awesome, especially in person. It's probably not turning out the way I want it to on camera, but believe me, this thing is shiny as shit. Even on the inside, it's just so chrome. It's so nice. He even has that green lime visor on the inside for some reason. I don't know how this dude can see, but I just love it so much, and it's not a reuse of any other Predator sculpts, or mask sculpts at least. This is completely new, specially made for San Diego Comic-Con, even though this guy is in store, so they kind of BS'd me. Now, what I really didn't expect is that this guy comes with a non-chrome version, so just as awesome as the chrome version helmet. You could tell very, very green lime eyes. They're basically bug eyes. You could tell there's nice paint applications with that nice gunmetal wash. I do like the indents with they did make the shadow type of indents black, which I do like. There's some nice detail in there. You could even see it more on this version, and there's a ton of more detail in this non-chrome version on the inside. You could see that the green lime eyes are much more vibrant. There's a lot more detail, a lot more shading going on, which, you know, it's just so awesome. He also does come with that little kind of laser thing coming out of the side of his head, which is always nice. I wish they were on both sides. That'd be cool. Now, this would not be based off the Ambush Predator from the Kenner series if it did not come with a pair of giant-ass blades. Now, if I do recall, on the original Predator toy, this guy had chrome blades. These aren't. These are silver, which kind of bothers me, actually. I don't know why they did this. I mean, don't get me wrong, and by the way, they're both the same. Don't get me wrong, it does have some very nice paint applications. I do like this green right here with all the shading, with the black and in the shadows and everything. This thing is pointy, like, it'll break the skin. But why didn't they make it chrome? I don't get it. I honestly don't get it. I wish they would have, but technically someone can customize it, but I don't think anyone would. I'd love to, if, you know, I knew how. And lastly, but not least, he does come with his fusion cannon thing that goes on his shoulder. Nothing too special. Luckily, this little wire thing didn't break off for me. They usually do, but just like that chest thing. But it does have some really nice paint not paint applications, no paint on this guy. Nice texture. I wish they would have done a feature where you could open this back part, there'd be a medical kit in there. That would be nice, but it's still very nice. Reuse of others, but still cool. Now, putting the accessories on for this guy is very easy. You just want to be very careful. I'm going to start off with the helmet here, and you want to be kind of cautious because his tusks might break off. I don't know. That's never been the case for me, but just be careful. All you do is just slide it on. You'll basically feel like a click. Sometimes you won't. You'll just know that it's strawn on, but it's very sturdy. This thing is not coming off, you could tell, so that's at least a cool touch. As for the blades, this is where a couple of people get a little confused of how you exactly put it on. Some people put it on like this. It actually goes like this. So what you do, you kind of just bring the hand inside this hole here and make sure that he grabs onto this little pull thing. You want to be very, very careful because the fingers are bendable and the blades can plop off. But once you have the hand gripped onto that little pull thing, all you do is plop it on. And it is kind of wiggly. You want to be careful when posing this guy because it'll fall off, but it's not that big of a deal. But you could tell how nice it fits on. It's so cool. It just makes me wish even more of, like, this could be chrome. This could be a solid chrome. Everything could match and just be so much cooler. And I just put the other one in, and it pegs on nicely onto his forearm gauntlet thing there. And that's basically it. If you want, you can add this on. I probably won't just because, I don't know, it looks nicer without it. But if you want to, there's a peg right here and a hole right here. It's kind of hard to see since everything's transparent, but No worries, it will fit on nicely, and because of those short dreadlocks, there is really no hindrance of articulation. I just sounded really nerdy for some reason. Overall, this figure is great. Now, don't freak out, even though the packaging just says, you know, NECA convention exclusive for San Diego Comic-Con. It's not. You can find this guy in stores, along with those Planet of the Apes with General Aldo, which I will be reviewing shortly. So no worries. If you see this guy, I highly recommend you pick this up. Even if you're not a big Predator fan, this guy is definitely a good starting point, considering it's a very famous NECA figure. But with that said, people, if you did enjoy this video, please like, subscribe, comment, do whatever you viewers do on a daily basis, and I will see you guys in my next video.